On the surface, it's the merciless nine-tailed demon emperor. In private, she's embarrassingly shy in front of me. I also want to take her down while the iron is hot. But who knew I'd almost be beaten to the point of being unrecognized by my parents? Originally, Tushan Lan was curious about why haven't the ministers come to the early court again today? Huanu is as embarrassed as before. Said that he should have run to Sanifeng again. So Tushan Lan ran to Sanifeng angrily. Who would have thought that I just arrived at the door and heard me, using her name to flaunt her authority? Jiangju, the little rascal, don't act ignorant. I am the demon king of Tushan Panlong Cliff. If you have any sense, then give me a larger idol. So I shouted to Kola. Remember the name of the demon king. When the time comes, I'll sue my wife and ask her to clean up. After hearing this, the nine-tailed fox gnashed its teeth loudly. Huanu, who has always been steady, widened his eyes in disbelief. His face showed an expression of incredulity. Suddenly, with a meow, the door was kicked open from the outside. I also angrily rebuked whoever had such bad manners. Do you not know that my wife is the demon Tushan Lan? The next moment, I was immediately lost. Darling, why are you here? I only saw the fierce look in Tushan Lan's eyes, staring straight at me like that. Using my title to intimidate people sure comes naturally, eh? I quickly jogged over and scratched my head. Madam, please don't mind. I haven't reached a high level of cultivation, just trying to protect myself. Tushan Lan said nothing. Just waved her hand and asked Huanu to go down. She walked slowly into the courtyard. I didn't know what she was up to, and had to follow silently, seeing her remain silent while holding on to me. The statue, permeated with the smell of incense, kept observing. So I solemnly spoke. Wife. Then let's just forget about it. We each forget each other in the rivers and lakes. When she heard what I said, her eyes suddenly sharpened. I was scared, so I quickly laughed and changed the subject. It's a coincidence. I was thinking of giving you a gift later. I didn't expect you to come over so soon, but in my heart, I was wondering what she meant. However, when she heard I had a gift for her, she rolled her eyes, scornfully asking what kind of gift it would be. Please see. This incense burner is specially prepared for you. Tushan Lan almost dropped her eyes. You gave me a statue of yourself. And it's so big. I'm very confident, hee. Otherwise, when I'm not around, your highness can reminisce. But the next moment, Tushan Lan directly brandishes her sword at my neck. I was so scared that I almost lost my soul. Hurry up and explain, it's just a joke. But she said it seriously. Those who practice don't know how many people are willing to build brothels just to collect incense. Even if it means falling into demons, they will vie for this worldly incense. How can you just give in to others? So you are actually angry? I didn't say I was just giving in to others. All of this has a clear price tag. As for you, my dear lady, it's not like I'm an outsider. Moreover, in my opinion, incense is the manifestation of everyone's thoughts. Receiving incense is to receive countless thoughts and wishes. My cultivation is too low. Receiving incense is difficult to maintain my own balance. When it comes to this, I unconsciously become exceptionally serious. Also, the water here is too deep. It's not something I can handle. In that case, where did you get the strength to control the incense this time? I don't know. She gave me a stern look again. You really don't know? It is said that among the 7 nations of the human race, there is turmoil in the state of Qian. Back then, you spared no effort to help King Qinan. Could it be for this design? It was only then that I realized the merits and virtues were all brought to me by Lord Prince Lian. If she does good deeds, I get merit, but if she does bad deeds, will it naturally increase my karmic hindrances? Looks like I'll have to go check on her when I have time. Just when I was thinking about it, Tushan Lan suddenly gave a cold snort. Are you giving me this to win my favor? Can I be this straightforward? So I smiled and said, I just want your Majesty to know that we are not enemies. Why do you have to guard against me as if I were a thief? Ever since I first laid eyes on you, your stunning beauty has captivated me deeply. Don't you think I'm more charming than flowers? Should a slave really be more worthy of your trust? Seeing me suddenly getting closer, as the queen of the nine-tailed foxes, for the first time, she showed a shy side of a young woman, gently turned her head away and asked me not to talk nonsense. How can I let go of such a good opportunity? Seize the opportunity while it's hot. Our lives are tied together, and we are about to become husband and wife. Who in this world cares more about your life and death than I do? She's getting more and more shy, like a fox. Her ears unconsciously drop down. Why did you say so much today? What do you want? I'm also drawing circles with my hands. Just don't be so defensive against me. I just want to ask Madam to lift the ban. Let's make a deal, and I can have freedom within the Tushan area. However, I heard the miserable screams like slaughtering pigs coming from the courtyard. Madam, what are you doing? Wasn't the atmosphere not very good just now? Ah. Please spare me, madam. I won't resist the beating. Ah, spare my life, spare my life. I feel so wronged after being beaten by her. Now, both Tushan Ning and I are being hung up, and getting beaten up. It's probably comparable. We are really in the same boat. Hey, brother-in-law. Didn't you say you were knowledgeable in both astronomy and geography? Then when will you be able to beat my sister? How could I lose face in front of a child? Little Anning. Women are meant to be cherished, not to be hit. Got it? Even if my martial arts skills are high, I would never hit you, sister. This is what I have told you before, my dear. If I were to torment you 1,000 times, I would treat you like my first love. The little fox's eyes were filled with an admiring look. Brother-in-law, you are really a good man, although you cannot leave Tushan. But sister has still lifted your ban. In the future, Anning can often accompany you. The atmosphere is almost ready. I'm calling Little and Ning again. Brother-in-law, there's something I need your help with. The little fox who heard this suddenly got angry. Last time you said the same thing and ended up hanging in Ning in the Fox Immortal's palace for days, and I've already promised sister that. I'm also feeling twitchy. This time, helping you was not in vain. It's not a waste of time. As she spoke, she poured out a handful of spirit stones. The little fox, upon seeing the spirit stone, had stars in its eyes. Instantly it threw the previous promise to the winds. If there's anything brother-in-law wants, just hand it over to Anning. As soon as I took the bait, I hurriedly took out the letter. Just help me deliver a letter to the old dragon at the Lake of Sun and Moon. Also, help me go out and find out how Xiao Hu, who came with me to Tushan, is doing now. Tushan Ning hasn't been confused by the spiritual stone, and also knows clearly that these are two separate issues. I couldn't help but laugh as I touched her little head. And take out the jade pendant, Xiao Kami. You won't miss out after this is done. Also, keep this item safe. When the matter is settled, use this item to inform me. While on the other side, inside the hidden treasure chamber of Two Mountain, the nine-tailed fox is conversing with an old man. Your Majesty, please forgive me, this humble one is old. Where did we leave off just now? Tu Shanlan was speechless. In Shan Gong. We were just talking about Jiang Yu. Is he the husband you abducted? He proposed to me with this jade pendant at the time. He made this request while holding the jade. Back then, you shouldn't have given away this jade. Giving some silver money to that woman would have been more practical. Now it's all turned around. To think that this piece of jade has led me to you, and you turn out to be a lucky ordinary person. When she heard someone say that Jiang Yu is just an ordinary person, she immediately became unhappy. She immediately retorted to the old man, Jiang Yu is no ordinary person. He seems to have been deeply moved. I will support whatever decision he makes. Just one thing. I still have to speak. Tu Shanlan also highly respects this old man. so solemnly let the old man speak. However, what surprised Tishanlan was, the old man told her that her future child will only have half-demon heritage. If His Majesty wants an heir, it's better to let Ning take over. At this moment, Tu Shanlan was both shocked and embarrassed, so she stood up and turned her back to the old man. Tomorrow, Jiang Yu will come to Lingya for a lecture. Arrange it. For the evening, I was dragged out by Tu Shanning. Just because I promised her last time to give a lecture to her good sister, but I never went. I'm going to give a lecture to them tomorrow. So the little fox is in a hurry. I promised them last time that I would personally bring you to show them. Ning can't break his promise. Brother-in-law, look, the entrance to the Lingyafudi is there. But there's a barrier. Only the true descendants of the Tushan Fox clan can enter. But my treasure can help my sister's husband to cross over. You hold me first. And then? Tell me to fly over. The problem is I don't know how to fly. I think we should go back to sleep separately. Tu Shanning was dumbfounded. But the next moment, it was my turn to be dumbfounded. The little fox suddenly transformed into a supersized fox. She asked me to ride on her back. It's really rare. As you wish. Tushan Ning, transformed into a big fox, proudly snorted. Of course. Ah, Ning is really amazing.